the centre. Paulinho winning it back. Joe's leading goal scorer this season with 17, Paulinho. High. Only the prolific Aaron Zahavi has scored more with an extraordinary 29, the Guangzhou RNF striker. Who also has 17 goals this season, not involved today. He's played for both SIPG and Guangzhou this season. He's won titles with both clubs. Not amongst the substitutes for Fabio Cannavaro. Cog in this SIPG machine. Guangzhou fans doing their bit. It is an electric atmosphere inside the TNE Stadium. So much success they've enjoyed. 7 titles, 2 Asian Champions League successes, 2 Chinese FA Cups. Here's Hulk. No Champions League success this season though, after they were beaten by Japanese side Urawa Reds in the semi-finals. SIPG's continental campaign also ended to Japanese opposition when they were beaten by Kashima Antlers this season in the last 16. There's Lu Wenjun. Mei Fang, but Wang Shenqiao getting forward, the right back, and winning a corner for SIPG. Let's touch off Zheng Ji, the Guangzhou captain. So experienced, 112 caps for China, 39 years of age, played with Celtic and Charlton. Score with the corner. First test perhaps for Lu Jianzhou. Turning in goal for Guangzhou. From Kasai, the Hungarian referee. One of a large selection of foreign officials who've in charge of Chinese Super League matches. Oscar's ball in. Shenlong very nearly getting on the end of it, but the final touch was off Zhang Yihao. So it's another corner. Despite the warning, clearly had arms across the player he was marking. So outswinger this time, it was almost a free header for Yu Hai. It's a good delivery. Yu Hai rose highest. He scored 1 goal though in the last 2 seasons. He's player you would expect to find the back of the net. Here's Paulinho. First chance of the game though, coming to the away side via a set piece. Guangzhou. Fang helps it on to Zhang Yihao. Stadium play. Zheng Ji. Stepping away from Wang Shenqiao. No way through there. Yu Hai with the challenge on Zhang Juwei. Here's Paulinho. Here's Talisca. He first arrived at the club, Talisca, he was such a threat, scoring all kinds of different goals. You expected him to score in almost every game. It's inconceivable, the current barren spell he's currently enduring, the Brazilian. Here's Hulk. Comes it out to Paulinho. Holt wins it back. Now Zhengji. More fight for superiority in those midfield areas. Here's Zhongyi Hao in space. Su. Touch off by Wei Shihao. It's Paulinho. Able to pick out Talisca. It wasn't the best of headed clearances, but Akhmedov picked up the pieces, and then Holt was taken down by Zhengji. Guangzhou held 2-2 here by Henan Jianye a month ago in their last Chinese Super League game. SIPG further closing the gap at the top with a 3-0 win over Rafa Benitez's improved Dalian Yifang. Here's Lu Wenjun. So many variables now between now and the end of the season. Just 2 games remain after tonight. Paulinho. Challenged by Wang Shenqiao. And there's a free kick, says the referee. Paulinho holding the knee. After a month off, the game's coming thick and fast. The ultimate round of the Chinese Super League season will be played in midweek. Next weekend, it will all be decided on Sunday. Taken. Uruguay couldn't control. Here's Talisca. Another ball to Yang Liu. Gets the cross in. It's just too high though for Wei Shihao. Here's Zhongyi Hao. Not the best delivery, and He Guan gets it away. Zhongyi Hao was hoping the spin would take it out for a corner, but the corner flag scuppered that. Just a throw. Hao. For offside. A bit of respite for SIPG, just as Guangzhou need to build a touch of momentum. A lovely ball this from Talisca. Yang Liu in plenty of space, had time to deliver the cross. Disappointing really that he overhit it. To Paulinho, one back by Kai Hui Kang. Now Lu Wenjun. Holt surrounded, had no room to manoeuvre. Jiang Liu. Now Zhang Limpeng. Yi Hao raiding forward again, the Guangzhou left back. Here's Wei Shihao. A bit of joy down that far side, Guangzhou. Could be a busy evening for Wang Shenqiao. It's a perfectly good challenge that from Yang Juwei. Nothing to complain about really there for Holt, although he does like a moan. Guangzhou corner. Solid header away from Yu Hai. Now Holt tries to charge away. There was a foul. And that is the first yellow card of the game. Zhang Yi Hao. Nowhere near the ball, the left back knew what he was doing. Given the pace and power of Hulk, he would have been away. Who generally does well here. Scored from the spot in that 5-4 win last season, was on the score sheet as well in that 2-0 Chinese FA Cup win here this season in July. Oscar is fellow Brazilian, former Chelsea midfielder, scored the other one. Should have been cut out by Zhang Jiwei, but Hulk reacted quicker. He's found Lu Wenjun. Now Oscar. Behind Hulk, and Guangzhou can clear. SIPG have had the better of the recent exchanges between these two sides, and as they come into this game with momentum and confidence, as Guangzhou have been struggling, seeing a relatively big lead at the top eaten away to just a single point going into the international break. The early pace setters returning to the top. It's a foul again on Hulk. Certainly been getting plenty of treatment early on. Talisca penalised this time. It's the kind of range as well where Hulk is likely to unleash a thunderbolts. Struggling for goals himself, Hulk. Just one goal in his last 7 Chinese Super League games. Scored 9 in 22 this season. Scores there, Lu Wenjun as well. Plays a much deeper role than Hulk, is only 1 goal behind him in terms of goals scored this season. Hulk will fancy this. Too much guile to his free kicks. It's head down and hammer it generally. And it is Hulk. It was rather a poor attempt in the end. To his own player, Kai Hui Kang didn't even make the Guangzhou wall. And that was well seen by Wang Shenqiao, who continues the run forwards. First block though by Park Ji-soo. And a bit of a hash of the clearance. Tight opening quarter of an hour. Neither goalkeeper overly tested yet. Chance for Yu Hai with that header from a corner, but there's been no real clear-cut opportunities for either of these title hopefuls. Jisoo switching it to Yang Liu. Talisca. It was already out of play when Shiki made the challenge, and that is why the yellow card is out right in front of the dugout. Never the wisest place to jump in like that. And 1 or 2 tempers beginning to boil over. Hulk, who's been on the end of 1 or 2 tasty challenges, not happy. The referee has pulled out the yellow card so quickly, but I think he was absolutely right. There was no need to make that challenge. And given Talisca's injury problems this season, that won't go down too well. He does get the ball, but it's the follow-through. 20 years ago, it would have been a good challenge, that, but not these days. Vita Pereira's argument is that he got the ball, but it was the follow-through afterwards that has caused the reaction. Talisca still down. Shiki, the first SIPG player into the book, joining Zhong Yihao of Guangzhou. He's in the referee's face at the big moments. Hulk, he's one of those players who does try and referee the game. Cannavaro taking the opportunity to bestow his defensive knowledge on Zhang Limpeng, his right back. a spell of when he first took over of trying to convert him to a central position, but there's no doubting that Zhang Limpeng does his best work as a fullback, raiding forward. And by Talisca, too close to the goalkeeper though. There's no doubting that Fabio Cannavaro's the finest defenders in the world. He's still out there, and whether he's one of the greatest coaches. Did a fabulous job at Tianhai. Struggled in his first spell in charge of Guangzhou, and he has struggled again. There's many that thought he would go at the end of last season when they failed to win the title. Given another chance. Defeat here, though, could certainly spell the end for him. Another chance, though, for Talisca to deliver. In better fashion than he did a couple of seconds ago. Paulinho is there as well. Angelin frantically trying to get his defensive wall organised. First goal, often so crucial in these big encounters. Fancies it again, Talisca. Does hit it off the wall. And it's a Guangzhou corner. Talisca with it. Another throw, but didn't make best use of the corner. Akhmedov with the challenge. Zhang Limpeng. At the time when they were invincible inside this stadium, Guangzhou. They've not won in 3 games here now since beating bottom of the table and already relegated Beijing Renhe. It's Wei Shihao. It's a delicious looking ball in. Too high for Talisca, but nobody coming in at the back post. Great season, Wei Shihao, 10 goals since joining the club from Beijing Guan in the off-season. Had a spell with Shanghai SIPG on loan. And he scored 3 times in 14 appearances. Hui Kang. Wang Shenqiao. Beaten in the air by Mei Fang. And over the top for the pacey Lu Wenjun to chase, but Yang Liu was covering well. See the player down now for SIPG. The challenge was certainly high on the blind side of the referee, which is probably why a free kick and a yellow card wasn't given. Oscar back on his feet though. But he has given the free kick. Here's Wang Shenqiao. Akhmedov. It's the cross in, it's too high for Lu Wenjun. Do have a favourable end to the season. SIPG, depending on how you look at it, they play the bottom 2 in their 2 remaining games. Already relegated Beijing Renhe on Wednesday when they travel to the capital, and then they're home to Shenzhen, who are 2 points adrift of safety. It is between they and Cannavaro's former club, Tianjin Tianhai, for relegation. Talisca. Shihao losing his footing, but they do have a throw. Final 2 games, a trip to Hebei China Fortune on Wednesday, and then at home to Shanghai Shenhua. Could work out that SIPG are hoping for a favour from their city rival Shenhua to win them the title. It's Paulinho. Paulinho winning the header. Falls for Akhmedov though. Zhangji, Paulinho. Good chance here for Paulinho. Beaten away by Yan Junling. It was just the kind of position that we've seen Paulinho profit from this season. Suddenly with time and space on the edge of the penalty area. Akhmedov dispossessed by Zhangji. Just didn't get enough height and power on the ball to get it away from Yan Junling, who made the save. He's quickly off his feet to gather his own parry. Paulinho. How? This one's gone though. Flag up against Wei Shihao. Side and shouldn't really get caught offside in a wide position like that where he can see right across SIPG's defensive line. Paulinho's header. Hui Kang. Higuan. Hulk. The flick through to Li Shenlong. Hasn't seen much of the ball at all. Li Shenlong, the SIPG centre forward. Yang Liu. Shihao's touch off to Zhang Juwei. Too high though for Paulinho. Li Shenlong. Centre forward back there as the last line of defence, happy to allow the ball to get behind for a goal kick. Yue, just 23, 2 caps for China. Joined the club from Tianjin Quanjin. Tianjin Tianhai as it is now, Cannavaro's former club in the off-season. Actually came through the ranks at Lyon in France. Without ever making his first team appearance, a couple of games in the lower divisions in France for the Lyon B team. It's blossomed though under Cannavaro. It's Mei Fang. Zhang Hao to Jan Limpeng. Trying not to blow themselves into trouble here, Guangzhou. For the challenge, the ball was cleared. There you go, Hulk into the back of Mei Fang. Yuanjun with the closing down. Yanzhou. Pensive from both teams so far. It's not like them normally. Again, the flag is up against Wei Shihao. He's continually being caught offside. No complaints. SIPG get on with it. Here's Li Shenlong. Lu Wenjun, Hulk. Puts the ball away from the Guangzhou defence. Tried to pick out Oscar. Seemed to be taking a more central role here, Hulk. Usually he starts out wide and Li Shenlong goes through the middle, but you can see from that picture there, Li Shenlong is out wide on the right and Hulk is through the middle. Oscar's throw. Zhang Ji heading it away. Now Zhang Jiwei. Fouled by Yu Hai. Delighted with what they've seen in the opening half an hour here will be the players and supporters and officials of Beijing Guan. If this finishes in a draw, they will be level on points with Guangzhou, 64 each with 2 games to go, 2 ahead of SIPG. Peter Pereira knows his team have to win here. They are to become the favourites to retain their title. Take them to 65 points, 1 ahead of Beijing Guan, 2 ahead of Guangzhou. Fantastic end to the season we're going to be in for. Very rarely you get down to a title race with 3 teams still in the hunt with 2 games left. Here's Paulinho. Chance for Paulinho. Good save from Yan Junling. SIPG were hesitating in getting the ball away. Paulinho took it by the scruff of the neck, and for the second time in quick succession, it is the Brazilian who had a sight of SIPG's goal. It's Mei Fang. Chan Lin Peng to Yang Liu. Out of the 2 getting forward. Normally it's Zhan Lin Peng raiding on this near side. You can see a couple of seconds ago Cannavaro was pointing back towards his own goal, preventing Zhan Lin Peng from getting forward. This was great play from Paulinho and typical of him. Again, Yan Junling though equal to the shot. It's the kind of play that saw Barcelona spend 42 million euros on the former Tottenham midfielder, taking him away from Guangzhou before he returned in January. Lin Peng's header. Here's Hulk. Jiwei, here's Talisca. He's got too much support, only Wei Shihao is up there with him. Trying to go alone, Talisca. Here's Paulinho. By Shiki. Now Zheng Ji. SIPG with plenty of bodies back, but Zhong Yihao again forwards. Trying to take on Wang Shenchao. Gets the block in, it's a corner. Towards Paulinho, who won the header. It's not clear. Zheng Ji with the effort. Now Wei Shihao. Yu Hai with the header out, driven back in first time, and Yan Junling is there. There was very little in the contest, but he has been the busier goalkeeper, Yan Junling, albeit with 3 saves that you would file under routine. Here's Akhmedov. Risky ball from Hulk, but it did find the intended target, Huguan. Jisoo just winning the ball ahead of Lu Wenjun. Zheng Ji. Talisca. Than that, the Brazilian. Poor touch from Oscar. All the way back to Yan Junling. Up again for offside, but the referee waving play on as Guangzhou have it. Yu Hai. Talisca couldn't pick up the pieces. Here's Paulinho. Yang Liu. Fired in by Zhang Zhuwei, and Shen Chao with the clearance. Guangzhou throw though, but the home side beginning to wrestle control of this game now. Zhong Yihao, Zheng Ji, Paulinho, in towards Talisca, who got underneath it, and in the end headed horribly over. Throw the other competitions into the mix. It's just one win in the last 9 now for Guangzhou, 4 draws, 4 defeats in that time. Victory was a 3-2 win away to second to bottom Shenzhen. Really have hit a wall in terms of their title winning form. Draw wouldn't be the end of the world. It would still have them top of the table on goal difference, and they do have a better head to head against Beijing Guan. Here's Paulinho, which is what the title is ultimately decided on if teams finish level on points. Really would be down to their last chance. No more margin for error in their remaining 2 games. Minutes to half time. Guangzhou 0, Shanghai SIPG 0. Amazingly, the top 3 have all conceded 23 goals, so there's nothing in it defensively. And not much in it up front either. 60 goals scored for Guangzhou, 55 for SIPG, 53 for Beijing Guan. But of course, Beijing have played a game extra yesterday. Jiang Limpeng's throw. Holt's header. Fallen kindly for Li Shenlong, who hit it first time. Born out of the confidence of his recent form. 4 goals in his last 6 games, which is impressive given that he's only scored 5 all season. Set up nicely. The dipping effort, but the technique wasn't there from Li Shenlong. Sliced through it. Li Shenlong. Zheng Ji. By Zhou. Xu Hai. Zhu Wei. It's back again. Central areas alongside Zheng Ji. Shi Hao just beaten to it by He Guan, and it's one possession back for SIPG. Looked like handball from Talisca. Paulinho plays on though. It's a corner off Shi Qi. That would have been controversial. Had something come of that. Guangzhou have a corner, and it still might. Let's see. That's fair enough. Initially it looked like handball, but the arm was clearly in front of his side, Talisca. Got it right, the officials. Now Talisca has a corner. Oh, the header is cleared away. Here's Talisca again. Once more it's headed out. First time shot from Yang Liu, but missed the ball completely. Kai Hui Kang clears it away. Just looked as though Talisca's delivery was going to fall favourably. Once more SIPG shut the door. Zhan Limpeng. Mei Fang. Paulinho. Wei Shi Hao. From a couple of challenges, Zhang Yihao rather. Now Zheng Ji. Paulinho. Put by Wang Shenqiao, by Akhmedov. Free kick. He looks the threat, Paulinho. No surprise in that. Great form all season for Guangzhou. Poor challenge. Shenlong it was in the end. Paulinho trying to peel away from Kai Hui Kang. With the header away. SIPG looking to counter with Oscar. Their attacking opportunities have got less and less as the half has wore on. Guangzhou certainly the side dictating the play at the moment. Zheng Yihao. Guan. Ball out to Akhmedov. Now Yu Hai. It's a really poor touch. Keeping it in, here's Talisca. Hui Kang, as he does so well though, helping out his defence and covering. And the use header to Paulinho, here's Talisca. Oh, went for goal, and he could have played in Wei Shihao. Took the wrong option there, the Brazilian. He's on form, you can't blame him because he does tend to rifle them in from that kind of range, but Wei Shihao had peeled away. Juwei's foul on Oscar. Secret to Yang Junling where he wants it played. Jisoo beats him to it though. Here's Akhmedov. Now Higuan to Shiki. Oscar. Again, it remains very pensive on the away side. Really see much of them in an attacking sense. The side that have won their last 3 Chinese Super League matches. They've lost just one of 14 in the Chinese Super League since Asian Champions League exit. Here's Oscar. Zhengji. Hui Kang's header to Akhmedov. Here's Oscar. Hulk. Zhengji stepping in to Paulinho. Cleverly clips it away from Akhmedov. Wei Shihao one side, Talisca the other. Talisca! It is Guangzhou who get the breakthrough 2 minutes before half-time. And look at what it means to Paulinho and those Guangzhou players who have really been struggling to hold on to their lead at the top of the table. And for Anderson Talisca, he exercises his personal demons. Struggling for goals since returning from injury. Hadn't scored in his last 5 games. Just 2 in his last 11. But that could well prove to be the most crucial goal of the season. Zhengji winning the ball. Paulinho with options either side. And he entrusted it to his countryman Talisca. And the Brazilian didn't let him down. Toe poking the ball past Yan Junling. And right on the stroke of half-time, it is Guangzhou who get the breakthrough. And relief for Fabio Cannavaro. And coach under such pressure in recent weeks. And that goal will help to ease it just a little. Because if it stays like this, Guangzhou are heading back to the top of the table. Here's Lu Wenjun. Will that be the goal to light the touch paper? It so often happens in the Chinese Super League. Just a minute to be added on. Akhmedov has been caught on the ankle. It's a free kick for SIPG, who I think in truth will be disappointed with their first half performance. Had the momentum, had the form coming into this game, a ground where they've done well. 3 straight wins, remember, inside the stadium for SIPG. It is Guangzhou who are taking control of their own destiny and heading for a 2-point lead with 2 games remaining. Here's Kai Hui Kang. Paulinho, Talisca. All switched out towards Wei Shi Hao, who's still going, and then off target. Very nearly weaved his way through. Well, it is half-time, and the crown of the champions, Shanghai SIPG, is slipping just a little. They find themselves 1 down to Anderson Talisca's goal just a minute before half-time. Paulinho with a couple of chances himself, but it was his ball to Talisca that ultimately has seen Guangzhou get the breakthrough. It would mean a 2-point lead at the top of the table for Guangzhou. SIPG, the champions, would be 5 off it and probably out of the race. Work to do in the second half. It's 1-0 at half-time to Guangzhou. Welcome back to the Tierney Stadium then. Guangzhou leading Shanghai SIPG by 1-0 at half-time. Well, Vitor Pereira has made his move because Marko Arnautovic is on for the second half. Pereira mixing things up a bit. He's made a couple of changes for SIPG, but Arnautovic, obviously a massive move. The Austrian, the big money signing from West Ham midway through the season. 4 goals in 8 appearances since joining from West Ham. He will be a very different threat for Guangzhou to deal with in the second half. They need something though, they need a pick-me-up. It's been one of the most disappointing performances for them so far this season. The second half underway. Here's Talisca. Lin Chuangyi for Oddo Akhmedov is the second change. It's in the centre of midfield. Clearly not happy, Vitor Pereira, and surprisingly so. It's Lu Wenjun who has been replaced by Arnautovic. Cards on the table, Vitor Pereira. It's all or nothing for SIPG. 45 minutes, which realistically you need to finish with 3 points. Talisca's flick. Here's Oscar. It's so frustrating having chased down Guangzhou and got themselves within striking distance ahead of this match. Come up short when it matters. Here's Hulk. Could be many twists and turns in the second half. Paulinho though. No space for Zhong Yihao. It's a poor ball though to Wei Shihao. He's been busy, Wei Shihao. There's 1 or 2 crucial things haven't gone his way though when it's mattered in the final third. Hulk. Cuts in towards Arnautovic. First touch for the Austrian. He is clearly going through the middle. Hulk back in a wide position. He scored in his first 2 games and 4 goals in his first 5 games, but hasn't scored in 4 since in all competitions. Vitor Pereira clearly leaving him on the bench. Sole intention of unleashing him should he be required, and he certainly is required. The SIPG a goal down. Top of the table for the first 3 weeks of the season, SIPG. It's Paulinho to Talisca. Jiwei with the touch off to Wei Shihao. Jiwei can't keep it in, goal kick. Back towards Talisca. Better one though by Kai Gui Kang, and here's Oscar. Paulinho is busy as ever. Wins it back and tried to release Wei Shihao. It was well read though by Higuan. Tahiti. Oscar. Wang Shenqiao. This is typical the way it's been going, and that's the new man, Lin Chuangyi. 16th appearance of the season. Holt wanted the free kick, but no foul given for Park Ji-soo's challenge. And now Paulinho could be away here. Chance for number 2, Paulinho! Goals either side of half-time could just well have wrapped up the title for Guangzhou. For a 2-point lead with 2 games remaining. Paulinho, the provider of the first, scores the second himself, his 18th goal of the season, and it is Guangzhou 2, Shanghai SIPG 0. Well, there perhaps will be a VAR check for the challenge on Hulk by Park Ji-soo. The referee allowing the game to go on. A lovely ball over the top, releasing Paulinho. And when he's in that position, given his form, there was only ever going to be one outcome, just slotting the ball in at the near post. But the check continues. And what a crucial check this is from the video assistant referee. Going across to take a look, Victor Kasai, at that Park Ji-soo challenge. Just how crucial will this prove to be in the title race? It is a long way back for SIPG from 2-0. I think he's got hold of his shirt there, you know. He's gone down easily, Hulk, but it's the fact that Park Ji-soo there has hold of the shirt. This may not stand. He's given the goal. Or has he? Well, he pointed as though he had. The roar from the home supporters suggested he had, but I think it has been ruled out. It does remain at 1-0. And it is a free kick for SIPG. Here's Hulk. Hulk with the overhead, and gathered by Liu Jianzhuo. Here's Shengji. Did make the most of it, Hulk, but you cannot grab an opponent's shirt. As a result of that challenge, Guangzhou scored the second goal. It remains at 1-0. Oh, what drama. Here's Oscar. Just as it looked as though Guangzhou were in the driving seat, it is whipped away from them, and SIPG given a lifeline. Oscar. Kai Hui Kang. Now Hulk. Challenge again from Park Ji-soo. No fan clears. Hulk. Oscar. Trying to go on the outside, Hulk, but he's ushered out of it. And it's a goal kick. And Park Ji-soo trying to raise the noise levels of the home supporters. The Understandably suffering a bit of disappointment having seen that second goal disallowed. Well, they actually celebrated twice, once when it was scored and then when they thought the referee had given the goal, only to find he was pointing for a free kick. His header on. It's Wang Shenqiao. A handball by Lin Chongyi, but again the referee waves play on. Here's Oscar. Yu Hai. I wonder if there needs to be a clearer signal brought in from the referee that the goal has been disallowed. Pointing for a free kick and pointing towards the centre circle when a goal is scored are just too similar. Xingji by Lu Duanxiao. Surely a foul on Zhong Yi Hao. Still haven't got going yet, SIPG. Two substitutions at half-time. The lifeline of Paulinho's goal being VAR'd, shall we say, and ruled out. Yang. Now Wang Shenqiao. Hulk. There's always talking points when these two sides meet. I'm sure there'll be plenty more in the next half an hour or so. Oscar. Arnautovic. Arnautovic again. Here's Li Shenlong. Almost lost his footing, did well to recover and win the corner in the end. So they do win here, Guangzhou. They'll be in control of the title race, but still work to do. China Fortune and Shanghai Shenhua to come, but matches you would expect Guangzhou to win. SIPG know that, that's why they have to win here. And by Oscar, Talisca's header away. Shiki. Guan, for the record, by the way, go to Guangzhou RNF in midweek and then home to Shandong Luneng. Certainly have the tougher end to the season out of the three title chases. Lin Chongyi. Here's Hulk. Shenlong sees it out for a throw. Coming short, nobody else really showing. Lin Chongyi does. Wang Yi wins the corner. They're given a goal kick here, which is an extraordinary decision. It was clearly a corner. Chongyi is upset. That clearly comes off Zhengji. How on earth you get a goal kick out of that? Only Victor Kasai will know. Here's Hulk. Good challenge by Mei Fang. There's Park Ji-soo. Paulinho. Here's Hulk. There's Arnautovic in support. Went for glory himself and was nowhere near achieving it. Arnautovic is none too happy. There's plenty of egos in that SIPG forward line with Hulk and Arnautovic. Both players who want to be the star of the show. It was the wrong decision for Hulk, really, to go for goal, although you have seen him score from there. Trouble down on the SIPG bench. One or two of the coaching staff being told to settle down by the fourth official. It's tough to take as champions when you are about to lose your crown. It was SIPG who... extraordinary throw from High. The ball slipping out of his hands. It's a throw for Guangzhou. You don't often see that. It was SIPG, I was about to say, who ended Guangzhou's 7-year reign as China's finest. And to wrestle that title back just a year on. Arnautovic. Made the run. Paulinho picks out Weishihao this time. Weishihao, good save by Yan Junling. Still it's not away. Zhong Yihao. And it's a much more comfortable gather for Yan Junling. Guangzhou, though, continue to look the more dangerous, even though SIPG have had more of the ball in the last 10 minutes. Here's Li Shenlong. Arnautovic. Haven't really got the Austrian in the game yet. Shen Chao. Hulk away from Zhong Yihao with ease. Zhenji. Chuang Yi. Fang with the header away, and a header that's found Talisca. Talisca. Cheng Jiwei is onside. Oh, Weishihao was waiting. Just didn't have enough legs on the delivery, and Higuan was able to cut it out. Lovely counter again for Guangzhou. Talisca to Cheng Jiwei. Really should have made that pass. He'll be disappointed with himself. Talisca's corner. Zhang Peng in there. He was a threat in the air. Paulinho, obviously. Kang trying to mark everybody. Short by Talisca. Back from Yang Liu. Jiwei's ball in. Hulk. There's a poor piece of technique trying to flick it through to Li Shenlong. Well, this is it, the final roll of the dice. Vita Pereira. High, the left back is being replaced. On comes Chen Binbin. It's an attacking move. Every chance he's going to go to 3 at the back now. Vita Pereira. Chen Binbin. To add a bit of pace to the attack. They need 2 goals really without reply. They are to wrestle control of this title race from Guangzhou. It is gamble time for the final 25 minutes of Vitor Pereira and Shanghai SIPG. Paulinho. Zhengji's delivery blocked. Well, the match has panned out perfectly into the hands of Guangzhou, really, who love to counter. SIPG have to come onto them, and that will inevitably leave spaces at the back for the likes of Talisca and Wei Shihao and Paulinho to exploit. Paulinho. Kai Hui Kang. SIPG throw. Chen Chao's throw, the header on by Li Shenlong to Hulk. Zhengji wins it brilliantly though. Here's Wei Shihao. Took the wrong option. His captain was on the overlap outside him. He's won it back though, Wei Shihao. And Paulinho is taken down by Shi Qi, who needs to be careful. He's on a yellow card. SIPG need is to go down to 10 men. It's going to take quite a strike from here, but both Paulinho and Talisca are capable. It's going to be Paulinho. A little power into it, but going wide, and Yan Jinling would have had it covered had it been on target. It's changed now for Guangzhou. It is Wei Shihao coming off. Oh, and he's got a yellow card for taking too long to leave the field. It takes much longer. He could be upgraded to a red. Xu Jin, the player coming on. 25-year-old on for his 17th appearance of the season. Here's Talisca. Just about got the ball. Kai Hui Kang. Min Chong Yi. Iguan. Switched out by Iguan to Oscar. Again, Arnautovic has to come deep to try and get himself involved in the game. He's only had any service at all. Oscar. By Oscar. Chong-Yi losing possession, but does win the free kick. By Xu Jin. A couple of games in charge of the Chinese national team earlier this year. Cannavaro before quitting to Solcus Foley on the Guangzhou job. Sack for the second time. 90 minutes. And 2 games will decide Cannavaro's fate. It's looking good at the moment, though. Although they have this set piece to deal with. Oscar with the free kick. It's over the wall and over the bar. Cards now, Vitor Pereira. Coach who succeeded where Andre Villas-Boas couldn't, and leading SIPG not only to the title but to their first major trophy. Runners-up in 2015 and 2017. Before Pereira finally got them across the line. Remember who led Olympiacos to the Greek double back in 2015. There's Lee Shenlong, Hulk. Oscar. He was going to pull the trigger there, but he hesitated, and Zhu Jin took the ball away from him. Here's Chen Binbin. Oscar. And Chen Binbin. It's overhit by the substitute. 2 league titles as well for Vitor Pereira at Porto, in his native Portugal. Trophyless season though at the moment. Wouldn't mathematically be out of the title race, but 5 points with 2 games to go and 2 teams above them. Pretty much impossible. Yang Liu. Now Zhu Jin. Just to bolster the midfield numbers in place of the more attacking Wei Shihao. For that Cannavaro, because he knows a draw isn't ideal, but isn't the end of the world. Kai Hui Kang. Would just be a lessening of the margin for error in the last 2 games. And if SIPG were to grab an equaliser, they need 2, the visitors. Here's Wang Shenqiao. Li Shenlong. Space here for Zhang Zhuwei. And then it's given away. Here's Hulk. Trying to pick out Chen Binbin. You missed the header. No harm done. On hips. Side really haven't done what he was asking for, play with personality and to be brave, something we have always associated with SIPG, not only since Pereira was in charge, but AVB before him. And Sven-Göran Eriksson, who also failed to land a trophy. Kai Hui Kang. Li Shenlong. Li Shenlong, does he have space to deliver? Did well to get any kind of cross in. And he's won the free kick. He was caught after he delivered the ball. And he needs to get up. They have no more substitutes to use. SIPG. It's holding the shin. I'm sure he'll be fine. Time running out though for SIPG. Shangji's challenge. Not at all happy. And it's all beginning to kick off down there. And Shen Chao getting himself involved. No surprise to see Arnautovic in the mix. Never shy in coming forwards. Paulinho, in fairness to him, is moving the Austrian away from the crux of the argument for his own good. Can be a hothead. Such was the tensions leading up to this game. It was always likely to boil over. It's happened a couple of times. When it all settles down, it will be a free kick. Yellow card for Arnautovic and for Zhang Zhuwei. Something here, SIPG, into the last 15 minutes. Surely he won't try and score from here, Hulk. He's been known just to put his foot through it, no matter what the angle. It's driven across and cleared away from under the crossbar. And now the counter could be on for Guangzhou. A late challenge there on Zhang Zhuwei as he cleared it away. Yellow card in hand again. I don't think he's bothering to put it back in his pocket now, the referee. As he clears it away, he's clattered by Lin Changwei. The third SIPG player into the book. The way Hulk is helping him onto the stretcher to get on with it. Making his own way off, the Guangzhou midfielder. He's not making himself too popular with the home supporters Hulk this evening, and he rarely does. Here's the incident. The last melee just before the SIPG free kick. Talisca is down. Li Shenlong. They are making a meal now of every challenge, Guangzhou, just trying to run the clock down. 1-0 would be the perfect outcome for them. Would send them 2 points clear at the top of the table with 2 games to go. Perhaps more significantly, 5 ahead of SIPG. Zhong Yihao. Talisca! Oh, it's a terrific save. Good control from the Brazilian. It looked for a second as though he'd sneaked it in at the near post, but Yan Jinling with the block. Foul throw. So this is a PG ball. I said 5 points ahead, it would be 4, the gap between Guangzhou and SIPG if they won here. It's Kai Hui Kang, followed by Yan Junling. There's Talisca. Though in truth between 4 and 5 at this stage of the season. Defeat here and SIPG realistically are out of the equation. Lin Chuang Yi, Oscar, Arnautovic, Chen Bin Bin, Arnautovic, Oscar trying to get in behind Zheng Ji. So many niggly fouls. This one by Zhu Xin. Li Shenlong just have to throw bodies forward now, SIPG. And hope that fates are with them. Here's Hulk. The delight of the home supporters. He's very much the villain of the piece this evening, Hulk. Really the scourge of Guangzhou, so often scores against them. But he, like SIPG, have struggled this evening. Foul on Talisca. His goal a minute before half-time. The difference. Just haven't shown enough, Shanghai SIPG. For a side looking to retain their title, it has been a really disappointing performance, but credit Guangzhou for making life difficult. And maybe on course for the title, but this is a long way shy of Guangzhou sides of the past that dominated China and Asian football. Zheng Ji. Higuan. Mourinho chasing it down, but SIPG made themselves out of trouble. Shiki gets it away. Kai Hui Kang. Kai Hui Kang again. Supporters of Beijing Guan must be praying for a SIPG equaliser. There's Arnautovic. Shenlong. Kai Hui Kang. By Hulk. Too close though to Lu Jianzhuo. You probably can't believe what a quiet evening he's had. Talisca, there's Chen Bin Bin. Shiki. Oscar. Shen Chiao. Keeping the ball, but not really making any progress, SIPG. Lin Chuang Yi. This is better. Li Shenlong. Hulk. Too many red shirts around, and they're just not getting the bodies forward, SIPG, which is so unlike them. Heading for just the second defeat in 15 games. Recent form, this is the game that matters. At the moment, they're coming up short. to be substituted. That Talisca chance again. Called upon, he's done well, Yan Zhenling, in the SIPG goal. 2 or 3 decent saves. Never easy for a keeper to get down to a low and hard strike like that, but Talisca at bay nonetheless. Second change for Guangzhou sees Deng Han Wen on for Yang Liu. Gets it away. Paulinho. Talisca! That wraps it up now, surely. Or does it? Oh, the flag is up on the far side, and once again, Guangzhou are denied by the officials. Great finish from Talisca. A sign that the old confidence is back. But there will be a check, of course. Well, he's offside there. He's got it right, the assistant. This won't stand. It will remain at 1-0. Well, you do wonder if there is going to be a sting in the tail of this game. On 2 occasions now, Guangzhou thought they were 2-0 up. Remains at 1. Hulk. Chen Binbin. Hulk. Too much on the and won't keep it in either. The decisive deliveries have been underhit, overhit. Performance really from what looked like being the outgoing champions. That won't be confirmed with defeat here, but highly likely. Would need an almighty slip from both Guangzhou and Beijing-Guan for SIPG to finish this season on top. Going off. Doesn't often finish the full 90 these days at 39 years of age, but no problems over his fitness levels. What a wonderful servant he's been to this club, part of all 7 of those title wins and the 2 Chinese FA Cup and Asian Champions League successes. Big star here. Being replaced by another experienced campaigner in Huang Bowen. There's Talisca. Still going. Plays it through. Oh, what a chance for Zhu Jin. Well, the other way around, you feel Zhu Jin to Talisca, and that would have been 2-0. But that's a really poor finish. And another let-off for SIPG, who should have been well and truly out of this game by now. Just the 1 goal for Zhu Jin this season. That was in a 3-1 win at struggling Tanshin Tianhai back in July. It really should have been number 2 for the campaign. And number 2 on the night for Guangzhou. Great hold-up play by Talisca. No question that Zhu Jin was onside. But he couldn't finish it. And still SIPG remain alive in the game. Here's Hulk. Too high for Wang Shenqiao. Back in by Chen Binbin. Wu Shenglong's header. Almost foul for Kai Hui Kang. Now Guangzhou can counter with Paulinho. Into the final minute of the regulation 90. Talisca. Away from Shiki. Still going now. Is he taken down? Referee says no. Well, he feels all the big decisions have gone against his side this evening, Fabio Cannavaro. We'll, of course, be taking a look at that, but SIPG play on with Hulk. And still, this game isn't put to bed by Guangzhou. And Talisca has stayed down, I think. Given the way football is, it really wouldn't surprise you if SIPG were to snatch an equaliser here. 6 minutes to be added on as well at the end. Guangzhou should have had this one a long time ago, but it remains at 1-0. I don't think that's a penalty. I think he's made the most of that. Away from Shiki. Oscar has just run across in front of Talisca and he's thrown himself down. Love the reaction of the appeals, but you saw the replay, you would realise that it really wasn't even close to being a penalty. He's going to take a look, but surely he won't give this. There's a flawed system, VAR, there is no doubt about it. There was plenty of work to do the world over to get it right in so many ways. Controversial decisions have been made, and wrongly so, after looking at the replay. The angle looks a bit different. Does he collide here with Oscar? From the previous angles we saw, it certainly didn't look a penalty, but there, is there a point of contact there from Oscar? Doesn't look a penalty at all from behind. Looks as though there's no contact, but in front of the two of them, that is where the penalty may well be given here. Yeah, he's given it. Isn't it amazing? Penalty for Guangzhou. And despite the criticisms of VAR, that is where it comes into its own, because that angle from in front of the two players was decisive. From every other angle, it looks as though from here, for example, that he's thrown himself to the ground as soon as Oscar has come in, but from in front you could see the knee go into the thigh. And I thought, like the referee initially, there was no way a penalty, but when you saw that angle in front of the challenge, changed his mind, and rightly so. And now Talisca is going to take it, and if he scores, it will be the goal that surely all but ends SIPG's reign as Chinese champions. It will be between Guangzhou and Beijing Guan for the title. Coming out here. No fang has been booked. Was Hulk showing one as well? He was. It's going to be a late night for the referee, Victor Kassai, in his hotel, writing up all these reports. 9 yellow cards he's now shown. And having clung on SIPG, this could be the moment. But Guangzhou finally wrap up the points here and keep themselves firmly in the driving seat to win the title. Goals in 11 games, none in his last 5, a chance to make it 2 in 90 minutes here. Take his tally to 10 for the season. SIPG are losing their crown as Chinese champions and slipping out of this race for the title. Talisca tucks away the penalty for his second of the game. Guangzhou will be moving 2 points clear at the top of the table, but it will be between the 7-time previous champions of China and Beijing Guan for this 2019 championship in the remaining 2 games of the season. Cool as you like, Talisca. He is most certainly back, and that can only be good news for Guangzhou in the remaining 2 matches. Guangzhou 2, Shanghai SIPG 0. Foul by Hulk. Well, they may have come into this as the form team, but they simply haven't done enough here on a ground which they've done so well on recent visits. He knows their reign is over. Mathematically, they are still in the race, but realistically, 4 points with 2 sides ahead of them will be too much to make up. Here's Wang Bowen. They ended Guangzhou's reign as champions last season. Well, Guangzhou, it looks, have just repaid the compliment. Oscar. Just 1 shot on target for a side going for the title. It's simply a poor return. Not enough. Losing out himself, the referee. The yellow card's out again. Wang Bowen, the substitute, the 10th player into the book. Will there even be time for this free kick? There is. It's cleared away. But the ground where SIPG became Chinese champions last season is almost certainly the ground where their reign has ended this time around. A 2-0 victory for Guangzhou avenges the defeat of a year ago and keeps them in pole position to regain the league title. 2 points is the lead from Beijing Guan with 2 games to go. SIPG remain third, 4 points off the pace, but an embattered, under pressure Fabio Cannavaro is a much relieved coach. He knows that victories against Hebei China Fortune on Wednesday and Shanghai Shenhua next Sunday